my name is David, as you know. I'm 17 years old and I'm a student at KWI in Zurich. Besides school, I love to explore Switzerland by train or with my bicycle or even hiking in the mountains. When I was about 10 years old, I was also taking up diving to explore also the lakes and the sea of this nice earth. It is for me always a new experience when I get to go underwater with a bottle full with air. Boredom never overcomes me because there's something to explore at any time. I just love it. So when I was preparing this talk, I was trying to find a definition of exploration. It really wasn't that easy. So I made one up to show also how variegated exploration is. My result was an exploration is a trip, but it's more than just a vacation. It's going somewhere to analyze and discover new things. Exploration is what you do when you want to learn more about what's out there in the big wide world. And in this definition, there are some of the aspects I think are really important for exploration. And there are some questions everybody should think about. What is exploration for you? Do you have exploration in your everyday life? Those are questions I already thought about, and for me, myself, exploration is something I experience every day when I go with the bus to Zurich, or even when I'm going for a bike ride on the weekends. Although one is more an exploration of society, and the other one is more an exploration of nature. When you learn new things about something, or you get a closer look at a thing, for me, it is an exploration of something. For me, every exploring impact fulfills my everyday life and makes it a good and enjoyable life. I'm open to see new things, to explore the beauty of our world, but also to explore myself. So now I'm going to talk a little bit about my exchange year. I was living in the United States for 10 months and away from my family and friends I've known for the last 17 years. I left my country behind for a year of new experience in a country I've never been to before. And everything started off with a friend's information that we have the opportunity to go abroad for a year. So 2 weeks before the due date of the application, I went to the school office and got the paper for the application. And 3 weeks later, I got the permission of the school office, and I was ready to find an organization which is doing all the administrative stuff you need in order to be an exchange student. They also found a host family for me. I was able to live with them for the year. I chose into Switzerland, and everything went great, and I flew to the USA in August 2013. So I was staying first in New York with other exchange students from all over the world, and it was our orientation camp where we got some useful information about handling situations right, and also were able to see some parts of Manhattan. After the camp, I flew to Eau Claire, a town 30 minutes away from Menomonie, Wisconsin, where my host family lives. So now some facts about Wisconsin. It's about 4 times the size of Switzerland and has about a third less people than Switzerland. As you know, I lived in a town called Menomonie. It's in the west central area of Wisconsin in Dunn County. I was attending their high school as a senior at Menomonie High School. So this was my host family, which I can proudly call my second family. It's the Scholler family. It's Julie, Rick, my 2 host brothers, Brandon and Justin. And on the left side, you have an exchange student they had 2 years ago before I went to Menomonie. It was a great time for me. I was able to explore a new culture and also to explore a new country. But also, although the culture isn't much different than the one we have in Switzerland, I will get a touch on this point further in my presentation. I had many good experiences. We went fishing, went to different events and places. I was able to see parts of Wisconsin and Minnesota. I had also an awesome time at school or during football or track practice. After 10 months in Wisconsin, my parents came over to the USA. also the first time for them that they visited the United States. We went down together to Arizona, Utah, Nevada to see the national parks, which are known all over the world. During my stay, I met many new people and got confronted with some special situations I had to solve on my own. With those experiences, I was able to not only explore the culture and nature of the United States, I was also able to explore myself, and I got to know me a little bit better than I knew myself before. So have you ever thought about the differences between Switzerland and the United States? It really isn't that much difference, as we are so influenced by the American culture of the United States. We have fast food chains, stores are having open longer and longer. Everything is getting bigger and bigger. More such aspects I want to show you in the next few minutes. First off, with the size of everything. When I went to see places in the United States, or even when I went shopping or went to a restaurant, you get XXL packages or XXL burgers. Everything is big. In Switzerland, you don't often get such things in a normal store or a normal restaurant. There's also the thing with the cars. In Switzerland, you see trucks not that often. For me, it seemed in the USA, everybody has a pickup standing in the driveway. So for me, it made the impression that something has to be big to be good. But it's just my impression, so it could be different. So the next thing I want to touch on are the distances between destinations. If you compare the size of Switzerland and the USA, it's normal that you have bigger distances to drive to get in another state or even get to in another town. The Americans do have another time driving feeling, it seemed for me. So yeah, my family got a camper up north, about 1 hour drive from the town I lived in, and it was normal to get up there on Sunday and get back on Sunday. And for me in Switzerland, it's like 2 hours of driving. It's a lot. And also to get into the next bigger city like Minneapolis, it was also an hour drive forth and a 1 hour drive back. And at the end of my exchange year, for me, it seemed like the road trips are getting shorter and shorter. I got used to the distances. So the USA has got some traditions we don't really celebrate here in Switzerland, like Thanksgiving or Halloween, although Halloween is getting popular, or was getting popular here, in spite of being celebrated differently in the United States. But most other traditions are really the same as in Switzerland. I love the holidays in the United States, spending time with my host family and friends. And it was also pretty cool to see that the preparation of an event was a thing you did together. As example, for Christmas, we went Christmas tree hunting on a tree farm. So we had to find a tree we liked and had to cut him down on our own and bring it back home. Mostly I liked Thanksgiving with all the great food we got, and it was really fun to celebrate something we don't really celebrate in Switzerland. But every other holiday was awesome too. So at the end of my exchange and after graduation, I went down to see the southwestern states, to travel around in national parks by the camper. We were down there for about 3 weeks, and the things I saw while we were there are unforgettable. All the animals, the nature, it was just awesome, and it was showing me a new side of the USA I haven't known before. I won a new insight into the US's beauty. Oh, too much. So yeah, it was a great time I was spending in the USA, and so I would like to thank my parents for their support, and also a big thank to Rick Shuley, Brandon, Justin Schrolau for the awesome time I had in the United States. Thank you very much. Also big thank to all the other supporters, family, friends, and teachers. Thank you for your attention.